What's going on, guys? Messi here and welcome to a brand new video and welcome to your daily dose of transfer gossip. And today is going to be Tuesday the 10th of December. We have confirmed to go through as well as the rumours. So just before we get started, if you could do that good stuff by leaving a like rating, press the subscribe button if you're new and press the bell notification next to it so you never miss an upload. My previous video will be down below in the description box, and current schedule every day at 8 AM UK time will be a new upload. And today's question of the day for the comment section is a very easy one. What team do you support? Right, let's jump into the first bit of news today, and it's some confirmation about a transfer I mentioned a few weeks ago, and that's Javier Mascherano making the switch from the CSL to Argentine side Estudiantes. There's like official photo confirmation now of him wearing the shirt, and I imagine he'll start straight away. Goal.com are saying former Manchester City and Swansea striker Wilfried Bony is currently training with second French division side Le Havre. They're looking potentially to sign him as well on a permanent basis, and he's currently without a club after leaving Swansea in the summer. The reason he left the Welsh side is because he's on a very large contract and he wasn't really playing too much, and even went out on loan last January. Some potentially really exciting news for Leeds United fans, at least according to the Daily Star, is that the owners of Paris Saint-Germain are close to securing a stake in Leeds United, and that could lead to a £120 million takeover. That's if the club reach the Premier League and get promoted. This rumour has been going around for some time now, and I'm not sure if it means like instant impact on Leeds, like they start spending loads of money, but if they do get promoted to the Premier League, you would imagine that the influx of cash for transfers and whatnot, it would go up a lot. Chelsea target Youssef Attal has suffered a serious knee injury in Nice's win over Metz. The club have confirmed he'll be out for a long time and he'll have to undergo an operation, and Goal.com do expect him to be out for at least 3 months, and that could put off any potential transfer in the January transfer window. And it wasn't just Chelsea showing interest, because apparently Tottenham and Arsenal were there as well, and the main reason is he's a very good player, but on top of that he's very versatile. And next up, Netflu are saying Liverpool are interested in 20-year-old Fluminense striker Ivan Nilsson. He will be available on a free transfer in February, and I'm not gonna lie, I can't say I've ever heard of him. DHNet are saying that Jose Mourinho is keen on bringing Marouane Fellaini to Tottenham in January. The 31-year-old has been on Shandong Luning's book since February, but now could be set for a surprise return to the Premier League. Mourinho has already made contact with Fellaini to discuss a potential move, and as for a fee, I'm not too sure how much it would cost, and he was Mourinho's plan B at United. He is a very one-dimensional player, which can cause a lot of criticism for him, but like I just said, as a plan B, like a different option off the bench, it might not be the worst of options. Spurs last season had Fernando Llorente on the bench, and they lost him this summer to Napoli on a free, and last season he came on and scored a few important goals. He comes on, brings something different, not pace whatsoever, but in terms of height and being a target man, Fellaini could definitely do that. Crystal Palace would have made a move for West Ham's Mikel Antonio if they would have sold Wilfried Zaha last summer, according to Canned H. And now with Zaha linked to Chelsea, could they make another move for the West Ham man and go back in for Antonio? Quite possibly. And now a story from The Athletic, which is saying that Arsenal prevented Unai Emery from making moves for Harry Maguire, Wilfried Zaha and Thomas Partey over the summer. And you got to kind of feel for the manager at that point, because they needed a defender to bring one in, and yes, Maguire did cost United £18 million. But realistically, they didn't really improve their defence too much by bringing David Luiz in, and my guess is that Wilfried Zaha would improve them, as would Thomas Partey. The Spaniard was eager to make the transfer calls in North London, but the board overruled him on pretty much every occasion, and eventually, obviously, he got sacked. And next up, a story from The Telegraph is saying that Aston Villa will look to take advantage of Pedro's contract situation at Chelsea and sign him for a cut price fee in January. If Chelsea want to get any type of fee for him, they'd have to sell him this transfer window, because his current contract is set to expire in the summer. And The Telegraph do believe that because Villa can offer him regular first team football, that could help persuade the 32-year-old to join them in January. Leicester City have been fantastic this season, firing on all cylinders, not necessarily just in attack. Their defence has been phenomenal as well. But TalkSport are saying, and adding more good news to their season potentially, saying that James Maddison is close to agreeing a new contract with the club. He has been linked to Manchester United over the last few months, and it would be for a massive fee. But for Leicester, how they're going right now, it's a great project. Brendan Rodgers is doing fantastic for them, and if they keep it up, they'll be involved in a title race. Inter manager Antonio Conte wants to sign Marcos Alonso from his old club Chelsea as the Conte Calcio Mercato. The Italian brought the left back to Stamford Bridge back in 2016, and now he's looking to re-sign him on loan for his Serie A leaders. Alonso has only made 5 starts in the league for Chelsea this season, and Frank Lampard's side are thought to be looking for an upgrade in that position, and the player they're looking to bring in to replace Alonso would be Ben Chilwell from Leicester City. Atletico Madrid consider it to be almost impossible to sign Cavani in the January transfer window. Mundo Deportivo say that while the Liga giants are keen on the Paris Saint-Germain striker, it's also very unlikely they'll be able to finance a deal. AC Milan are waiting on a decision from Zlatan Ibrahimovic, according to their sporting director Frederic Massara. Speaking to Sky Italia, Massara said, "It's a moment of reflection by Ibra, the club is waiting." And Zlatan's agent Mino Raiola has suggested that the Swedish legend, he might not even go back to the Serie A. All the rumours are circulating saying that a return to AC Milan is very likely, or potentially to likes of Napoli or Bologna. He has been hinting and making jokes that he could be going to Spain with the whole betting advertisement he put out, and even a move to Hammarby. But even that second one, it ended up being him just investing in the Swedish club. So yeah, we're pretty much all waiting to see where Ibra goes, and it would be a free transfer, so a lot of teams could be interested. But I wanted to go to AC Milan just for the fact for FIFA Ultimate Team, I want some kind of throwback card at AC Milan for Zlatan. After starting his 3rd game in a row, Croatian midfielder Ivan Rakitic says Barca is the perfect place for him, that's despite being linked with Juventus and Inter Milan. Now, his future is probably still up in the air a little bit because Valverde did suggest that Barca, they've got too many midfielders. But that could also be hinting towards Arturo Vidal, who might be going to Manchester United, or maybe going and re-linking up with Antonio Conte at Inter Milan. Juventus have told Erling Haaland's agent they are willing to hand him a deal worth €3 million per season, plus additional bonuses. They wanted to join the Serie A champions, this according to Corriere dello Sport, and it does seem that €30 million would get him. Sorry if my voice sounds a bit weird, by the way. For some reason, I'm starting to lose it a little bit. But yeah, Haaland, he's a very in-demand striker linked to Europe's elite clubs, and it makes sense. He's scoring goals for fun in Austria and also in the Champions League. And the next story is from El Desmarque. They're saying that after the arrival of Jose Mourinho, Tottenham have opened talks with Napoli over a deal for centre-back Kalidou Koulibaly. They are prepared to launch a bid in the region of £90 million to secure his services, but they face competition from Real Madrid. And I mentioned yesterday that stories are saying that Tottenham, they are trying to rebuild their defence, and overall, the main player that's safe right now in their current backline is Toby Alderweireld. The rest might be sold or moved on. And this next story is also from El Desmarque, and they are saying that James Rodriguez favours a move to Manchester United in January. The Colombian playmaker has been linked to clubs across Europe because of his lack of game time at the Santiago Bernabeu, and he would like to take on the Premier League challenge. And Marca do say that Real Madrid will look to offload Rodriguez, Gareth Bale, Mariano Diaz and Brahim Diaz in January because they've got to somehow bring £80 million in, or 90 or 100 million euros. That's because of financial fair play. Now, does that mean that Rodriguez will be available for a cut price deal or a little bit less than what he's valued at? Quite possibly, and United could look to take advantage of this situation. And next up, Don Ballon are saying that Barca want to sign Arsenal fullback Hector Bellerin in the January transfer window. The Spanish champions will have to pay around €45 million for the Spaniard, who has grown frustrated with lack of success at the Emirates Stadium. Bellerin has only appeared in 3 Premier League games so far for Arsenal since returning from a long-term injury, and he has been able to move to Juventus in the last couple of days on top of Barcelona. And next up we have got a managerial change which could happen very very soon according to Calcio Napoli 24. They're saying in a sudden development, it's now claimed Napoli will appoint former Milan boss Gattuso as early as this week. They say Gattuso will be the new Napoli coach from Wednesday, replacing Carlo Ancelotti. There has been a lot of drama behind the scenes at Napoli and it's somewhat affected the players on the pitch, though I believe is also caused by the performances and the president didn't really like it. And next up, according to Kicker, they're saying Monaco defender Benjamin Henrichs has emerged as a transfer target for Leipzig. The Bundesliga outfit are prepared to table a €25 million offer for the 22-year-old in January and are hoping to get a deal done as soon as possible. But that, guys, is going to be it for this video. So if you could do that good stuff by leaving a like rating, press the subscribe button if you're new, and press the bell notification next to it so you never miss an upload. My previous video will be down below in the description box, and current schedule every day at 8 AM UK time is a new transfer episode. So thank you for watching this video, I'll see you next time.